People often ask me, do I get in trouble for my honest and frank opinions of buildings I've reviewed on this channel? As you guys know, I don't shy away from telling buyers, hey, I don't like this building. This building is bad in this criteria, but it's good in this criteria. I always give the pros and cons to every tower when I'm working with Toronto condo buyers, and my Toronto condo sellers also know my frank opinions as well. It's just that some buildings have a little bit more on the negative side than the positive side, and guess what? Yes, to answer your question, I do get in trouble. Matter of fact, right now I'm probably disputing 2 RICO cases because residents of a certain building, residents who have to be condo board members, didn't like my frank opinion on those towers, and at the end of the day, that is a risk I'm willing to take to get the information out to clients.
Recording?
Yeah, keep recording actually. But there was one building in specific that took matters further. It's famously known as the condo that shall not be named on this channel because they threaten a lawsuit. Now, you might ask yourself, Sam, why are you making this video about a condo that threatened to sue you because they didn't like your frank appraisal of its quality out in the public? Why is this video not being made in your office? And you know what? I just felt like going for a walk. You know, I really wish I could tell you the name of the building that threatened a lawsuit against me because of its quality issues, right? But I can't. Unfortunately, it has to be otherwise known as the Voldemort building, the condo that shall not be named. If I was ever standing by it, I would definitely inform you, but unfortunately, that's not how the cards played out. One of the reasons I am out and about is to talk about 68 Abell, because this is a building that quite frequently is brought up in contradistinction from the other building that shall not be named because they happen to be across from each other, hypothetically speaking. And 68 Abell is a complicated case when it comes to a Toronto condo building. Let me tell you what I mean. What I mean by that, it's a building that started out in very shaky ground, rocky ground. And it's definitely not a building I'm in love with in the sense that I would recommend it to a lot of clients. But before I get into what I think of it today, let me start with the original issues. The original issues was of cleanliness, management, elevator outages, parking garage issues, and overall resident demographics. The location is absolutely fantastic. That has always been the primary value proposition in my opinion. I mean, it's practically fronting on Queen Street, which is fantastic. Queen Street West, where the, cultural and residential hub for a lot of the latest things in downtown are in terms of the restaurants, coffee shops. If you're a hipster into vintage t-shirts or $7 coffees and really good slices of pizza and shawarma, I would say as well. And overall, the dog parks, walkability, it's great. It's definitely great. Location-wise, it's amazing right on Queen Street. The issues in the beginning stages of the building were a little bit too overwhelming for me to ever recommend it. But in recent years, namely I would say since 2022, they've had a change in management, which has definitely shown dividends when it comes to the quality of Triangle on the Park, otherwise known as 68 Abell. Triangle on the Park is the name of the building. So it's much better experience now, and it's a building I would recommend, but not to everyone. I think it's a building that's far more tenant friendly. You don't have a high share of end users in this building, you have mostly tenants, and it seems as if it has to be a prerequisite to live in the building to own a dog. I feel like when your real estate lawyer has to register your name on title, they have to verify that you have a dog because everyone in this building has a pet. But elevator wait times are fantastic. In recent years, every time I come here on the behalf of tenant clients and landlord clients, cleaners are always out and about cleaning, vacuuming. It has crazy long hallways though, so if you want to get your steps in, this is the building for you. And the concierge is always very helpful. Resale value is on the limited side. Floor plans are about on the smaller side, even for 2 bedrooms, so it still suffers from the smaller square footage and sometimes awkward layouts, especially for junior 1 bedrooms. But for a tenant, it's a great transitory option. It's a fantastic 1 to 3 year option in a prime location in downtown. It's much better than a hypothetical building across the street that is absolutely awful, the condo that shall not be named.